everyone. Scooty Double 7 here, bringing you another exciting game in the 2008 replay with Inside Pitch. In today's game, we have the 3-10 Minnesota Twins taking on the 7-6 Detroit Tigers. This is game 2 of a 2-game series between the Twins and the Tigers. And here is the starting lineup for the Minnesota Twins. Leading off, the center fielder, Carlos Gomez. Batting second, the second baseman, Brendan Harris. Batting third, the catcher, Joe Manor. Batting fourth, the first baseman in the cleanup position, Justin Monroe. Batting fifth, the left fielder, Damon Young. Batting sixth, the right fielder, Jason Kubel. Batting seventh, the designated hitter, Craig Monroe. Batting eighth, the third baseman, Mike Lamb. And batting ninth, the shortstop, Matt Holbrook. On the mound for the Tigers, it is Nate Robinson. Robinson will come into the game with a 4.64 ERA, 1 win, 1 loss. 9 2/3 innings pitched, allowed 18 hits, 8 strikeouts, and 7 walks. We're here at Comerica Park, which gives a -1 to strikeouts and a +1 to walks. And this is game 2 of a 2-game series between the Twins and the Tigers. The Tigers taking the first game of the series, so they're looking to sweep the series as the Twins are looking to split the series. And with that, the home plate umpire dusts off home plate. Carlos Gomez steps up to the bag. He's batting at .246. And here's the pitch. First pitch underway, 4-1, column 4, row 1. It's a possible error. 1-3, column 1, row 3. And that's going to be a base hit to Cabrera. Cabrera's error range is on a 1 to 20. That is the number in the brackets when we look at the error range. On a 1 to 20, that's a 14. And that is going to be an error. It's a one-base error. Infield single, even if no error. One base only by all runners. So with that, Gomez will pick up second base on an error. And as Gomez will go to second, let's take a look at the defense for the Detroit Tigers. Thames is out there in left field. Thomas is at center. Ordonez is at right field. Going around the horn, we've got Cabrera on third. Rentia at shortstop. Polanco is on second base. Golan at first. Behind the plate is Rodriguez. And on the mound, it's Robinson for the Tigers. Strategy roll is a 10. Anytime we have a base runner, we will roll for strategy. So with that, the Twins, nothing happens. They're going to hold off. Brendan Harris batting a 158. Infield normal depth. The pitch. 6-3, column 6, row 3. That is going to be a walk. And that's going to be on a 1 to 11. Remember, we add 1 to the range for the ballpark. So it's going to be a 1 to 11. That's a 10. And that's going to be a walk. Joe Manor up. Manor batting a 273. Runners on first and second. Infield normal depth. Strategy roll 16. And here's the pitch. 3-6, column 3, row 6. That's going to be a walk. And that's going to be a 1 to 12 range. That's an 8. And that loads the bases for the Twins. As Justin Monroe will come up. Strategy roll is a 20. Anytime a 20 comes up on the strategy die, it's a pickoff attempt. So on a 1, it'll be a pickoff. It's a 20. The 20 is too high. Nothing happens. Bases loaded, 6-5, column 6, row 5. And that is going to be a strikeout result. That's a 5. That's a 5. Struck him out. So 1 away, and once again we have another 20 on the strategy die. Another pickoff attempt. And this time it's a 1. We do have a pickoff. And he picked off Carlos Gomez, who could not get back to the bag in time. And Damon Young is going to come up. He's batting a .278, and here's the pitch. 5-2, column 5, row 2. That's going to be a strikeout on a 1-11. The 12 is too high. 4-1, column 4, row 1, double star 3. Ground ball to Cabrera. And that will retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on for the Twins. We go to the bottom of the first, and here is the starting lineup for the Detroit Tigers. Leading off, the center fielder, Clete Thomas. Batting second, the second baseman, Placido Polanco. Batting third, the designated hitter, Gary Sheffield. Batting fourth in the cleanup position, the right fielder, Maglio Ordonez. Batting fifth, the third baseman, Miguel Cabrera. Batting sixth, the first baseman, Carlos Golan. Batting seventh, the shortstop, Edgar Renteria. Batting eighth, the catcher, Ivan Rodriguez. And batting ninth, the left fielder, Marcus Thames. On the mound for the Twins, it's Scott Baker. Comes into the game with a 4.96 ERA. 1 win, no loss, 12 and 2/3 innings pitched, allowed 12 hits, 10 strikeouts, and 2 walks. Clete Thomas batting a .267, and here's the pitch. 4-5, column 4, row 5. That's going to be at the ballpark. We're going to go to the Comerica Park ball card. 2-1-2, column 1, row 2, HR8. And that's going to be a fly ball out there to center field. The reason for that being a fly ball out there is his home run range was higher than that of the D20 was higher than his home run range, so it's considered a fly out. And with that, let's take a look at the defense for the Minnesota Twins. Young is out there in left field. Gomez is at center. Kubal at right field. Go around the horn. Lamb is on third. Tolbert at shortstop. Harris is on second. Monroe at first. Manor behind the plate. And Barker is on the mound. Placido Polanco batting a .378. 2-3, column 2, row 3, strikeout plus. So in a strikeout plus, we add 10 to the range, plus the range for the ballpark factor. In this case, we're adding 9 to the range. It is a -1. So that's going to be on a 1-13. That is a 5. Struck him out looking. And 2 away. Gary Sheffield batting a .200, and here's the pitch. 2 up, 2 down, 5-3. That's going to be a possible error on a throw. 1-6, column 1, row 6. That's a double to Gomez. Error range for Gomez is on a 1 to 6. Remember, the error number is the number in the brackets. It's a throwing only applicable if rolling for runner advancement, otherwise no error on the throw. And it's a double for Gary Sheffield. And that is going to bring up the right fielder, Maglio Ordonez. Ordonez is batting a .308, strategy roll is a 4. Tigers holding off. 6-3, column 6, row 3. That's going to be a strikeout plus. Remember, we're adding 9 to the range. That's a 1 to 16. The 17 is too high. 2-4, column 2, row 4. That's going to be a base hit past Harris. So Ordonez is on. Sheffield will go to third. He's thinking about going for home. Let's see if he does. His range on an S4 from second to home is on a 2 through 6. His base run rating is a 3. He'll come home. He gets waved home. And on an RBI single by Ordonez, puts the Tigers up 1-0. Miguel Cabrera up. Cabrera is batting at 340. Strategy rolls a 13, and here's the pitch. 2-2, column 2, row 2. Possible error on a ground ball. 3-5, column 3, row 5. Base hit past Harris. And that puts runners on first and second. Ordonez is at second. Does he advance to third? Let's take a look. On an S4, he'll go from first to third on a 3 through 6 range. His base run rating is a 2. He'll get the hold sign. Carlos Guillen is up. Guillen batting a 279. Strategy rolls a 15. And here's the pitch. 3-2, column 3, row 2. That's a blank. Guillen's a switch hitter. He's batting left today. 6-4, column 6, row 4. Double star 1. And that's going to be a fly ball out there to Young. And that will retire the side. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors, and 2 left on. After 1, it's Tigers 1, Twins nothing. We go to the top of the second. It's Jason Kubel, Craig Monroe, and Mike Lamb due up for the Twins. Jason Kubel batting a 189. The pitch. 6-5, column 6, row 5. That's going to be a strikeout. On a 1-9, that's a 6. Struck him out. And 1 away. Craig Monroe, he's batting a 211. And here is the pitch. 5-2, column 5, row 2. That's going to be a strikeout. Range on a 1 to 14. That's a 16. 16 is too high. 5-2, column 5, row 2. That's a fly ball out there to Thames. And 2 away. Mike Lamb batting a 184. 1-3, column 1, row 3. That's a blank. 5-1, column 5, row 1. And that's going to be a ground ball to Polanco. Polanco will take it, throw it over to Guillen for out number 3 and retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors as the Tigers retire the Twins in order. We go to the bottom of the second. It's Edgar Rentia, Ivan Rodriguez, and Marcus Thames due up for the Tigers. Edgar Rentia batting a 265, and here's the pitch. 5-2, column 5, row 2. That is going to be a walk on a 1 to 8. That's a 9. Too high. 3-3, column 3, row 3. And that's going to be a fly ball out there to Gomez. And that will be out number 1. 1 away, Ivan Rodriguez batting a 356. 2-4, column 2, row 4, strikeout, that's a 9. The 13 is too high. 4-2, column 4, row 2, double star 5, that's going to be above the number 5 here. That's a fly ball to Young. And that is out number 2. 2 away, and we go to Marcus Thames. Thames batting at 273. 4-1, column 4, row 1. That's going to be a strikeout on a 1-15. That's a 6. Struck him out. So, no runs. So no runs, no hits, no errors as the Twins return to favor and retire the Tigers. In order, 3 up, 3 down. After 2, we're Tigers 1, Twins nothing. We go to the top of the 3rd. Matt Tolbert, Carlos Gomez, Brandon Harris due up for the Twins. Matt Tolbert batting a 125. The pitch. 2-3, column 2, row 3. That's a blank. 3-4, column 3, row 4, and that's going to be a double star 1, and that's a ground ball to Polanco. The reason for that number being why we consider that S1 a blank is Nate Robinson hasn't faced all of his batters that he can face yet. Once you face all of your number of allotted batters, then that S1 will come into play. Same with the W in parentheses. So 1 away on that play, and we go to the top of the order. Carlos Gomez, 1 for 1, and here is the pitch. 3-1, column 3, row 1, that's going to be a range play. 5-4, column 5, row 4, double star 4, so that we'll take a look at the auto outline. That's the double star line. In this case, we're going to go over to the 4th number. That's going to be a ground ball to the shortstop, Rentia. We'll take a look at his range. It is a range play. His range is in a 1-3. That's a 6. It goes in between his legs. And Carlos Gomez is on with a base hit. And that is going to bring up Brandon Harris. Harris has a walk. He walked his last time up. Strategy roll is a 12. And here is the pitch. 3-4, column 3, row 4. That's going to be a double question mark. Now, even when we still have batters left for Nate to face, we'll still take a look at the double question mark line. In this case, he's a right-handed batter. He'll get a single on a 1-8. That's a 12. It's too high. So now we'll roll for Harris, and that's going to be 2-6, column 2, row 6. Line drive to the shortstop, and no double play. On an L6, first base, it's going to be a 1. If it was a 2, it would be second base on a 2 through 3. It's a 2. Nothing happens. Pickoff attempt on a 20 here on the strategy die. That is a 10. The 10 is too high. 2 outs with a runner on first, and Joe Manor will come up. Manor walked his last time up as well. 6-5, column 6, row 5. That's going to be a strikeout on a 1-3. The 6 is too high. 4-6, column 4, row 6. That's going to be a ground ball to Rentia. And that will retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, and no errors, and 1 left on. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Clete Thomas, Placidio Polanco, and Gary Sheffield due up. Top of the order for the Tigers. Clete Thomas is 0 for 1 today, and here's the pitch. 2-1, column 2, row 1. That's going to be a home run on a 1-2. The 9 is too high. 2-6, column 2, row 6. However, he does make it a double. And Thomas will get on with a double out there in the center field. Gomez going back to chase it. And that's going to bring up Placidio. Placidio is 0 for 1, struck out his last time up at bat. Strategy rolls a 12, and here is the pitch. 2-4, column 2, row 4. That's a strikeout. On a 1-3, the 16 is too high. 3-6, column 3, row 6. And that's going to be a ground ball to the shortstop, to Toblet. And with that, we have a 6. And we'll take a look here at the second line here. Ground out, runner on second. Runners advancing, balls hit to shortstop or pitcher if BR of runner beats 1D6 roll, otherwise hold. That's a 1. Thomas will hold, and we have an out at first. So Toblet will get that, throw it over to Monroe for out number 1. 1 away, and that's going to bring up Gary Sheffield. Sheffield is 1 for 1 with a double and a run scored. Strategy rolls a 14, and here is the pitch. 6-1, column 6, row 1. That's going to be a possible error. 1-6, column 1, row 6. That's going to be a double to Gomez. And we'll check Gomez's error range. His error range is on a 1-6. That's going to be a 15. Outside of the range, no error there. And Clete Thomas will get an RBI double. Gary Sheffield on an RBI double. Clete Thomas will score. It's 2-0 Tigers. Baglio up. Baglio is 0 for 1 with an RBI. Strategy rolls a 5, and here is the pitch. 1 out, runner on second. 2-2, column 2, row 2. That's going to be an error on a ground ball. 4-1, column 4, row 1. It's a single to Kubel. Error range for Kubel is on a 1-4. That's an 8. No error there. And with that, we do have runners on, but now we're going to check for runner advance. We're going to roll for advancement. We have a 6. Check the second die roll. We roll 2d6. In this case, we'll check the 1. The 1's going to tell us what happens here. On a 1, the lead runner will advance. So with that, Sheffield will come home to score. It's 3-0. Ball caught off. And the trailing runner is thrown out. So Ordonez will get thrown out at second. Kubel will take it, throw it to Harris. Harris will make the tag. And out number 2. Clears the bases. It's 3-0 Tigers, and that's going to bring up Miguel Cabrera. Cabrera 1 for 1, and here is the pitch. 3-4, column 3, row 4. That's going to be a blank. 2-3, column 2, row 3, and that's going to be a fly ball out there to Gomez, and that will retire the side. 2 runs, 3 hits, and no errors. After 3, it's Tigers 3, Twins nothing. We go to the top of the 4th. It's Justin Monroe Damon Young and Jason Kubel do up for the Twins. Justin Monroe, 0 for 1, struck out his last time up. 6-4, column 6, row 4. That's going to be a strikeout on a 1 to 5. That's a 16. The 16 is too high. 6-5, column 6, row 5. That's going to be a ground ball to third base. Cabrera will take it, throw it over to Golan, out number 1. 1 away, and Damon Young is up. Young is 0 for 1, and here is the pitch. 5-6, column 5, row 6, at the ballpark. 5-2, column 5, row 2. That's going to be a base hit past second base. As he hits that one down the line. So we have a hit and run. Strategy roll is a 3. Well, within range, hit and run is a +2 from attack from the ATT number. So that is a 2. So it's in range, 1 above and below, 2 above and 2 below. That's a 3. So it's a hit and run attempt. They're going to bring the corners in for the hit and run. Jason Kubel will come up. Now here's how hit and runs work. All ground double play ratings will get a -2. Base run ratings get a +2. Home run and walk rates cut in half. We round those down. Lineouts are double plays, and if the batter strikes out, we'll resolve it as we would if it was been a steal. Kubel 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Strategy roll is a 3, and here is the pitch. 4-4, column 4, row 4. That's a blank. 4-3, column 4, row 3. Ground ball to Polanco. And that is going to be a fielder's choice. So what we do on a fielder's choice, we take a look first. Is it a double play? No, it is not. Ground ball, GDP off the pitcher's card is a 0. That's a 0 here. We'll take a look, G4, if it's going to be the shortstop. It's going to be Polanco to Rentia to first. And with that, Young will advance. And how we get that is if roll is greater than the runner on first, it's a force out at second. However, that is a 0. On a 1 to 4, that would advance Young. So Young will advance to second, the out at first. So with that, becomes a fielder's choice. Young is on second, and with that, Craig Monroe is up. He's 0 for 1, and here is the pitch. Strategy roll is an 11. 4-5, column 4, row 5, possible error. 6-5, column 6, row 5. That's going to be a fly ball to Thomas. And that's going to be out number 3. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on for the Twins. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Carlos Golan, Edgar Rentia, Ivan Rodriguez do up for the Tigers. Carlos Golan 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. 1-6, column 1, row 6. That's going to be a strikeout. On a 1 to 7, that's going to be a 4. We'll take a look at the D20 number. And that's going to be a strikeout. Struck him out, and that's going to bring up Edgar Rentia. Rentia is 0 for 1, and here is the pitch. 6-1, column 6, row 1. That's going to be a possible error. 2-5, column 2, row 5. That's going to be a double to Kubel. Kubel's error range is on a 1 to 4. That's going to be an 18. We'll roll the D20 for the error range. No error there. And it's off the wall, and Rentia is on with a double. And that's going to bring up Ivan Rodriguez. Rodriguez is 0 for 1. Strategy roll 11, infield normal depth, and here is the pitch. 6-6, column 6, row 6. That's going to be a walk on a 1-7. We'll take a look. That's going to be a 3. That's in range. And that's going to be a walk. Twins warming up the bullpen. Marcus Thames is up. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Strategy roll is a 10. 3-5, column 3, row 5. That's going to be a strikeout. That's going to be a 15. That's a 14. Struck him out. So 1-2 away, and we go to the top of the order. Clayton Thomas is 1 for 2 with a double and a walk. Strategy rolls a 5. 2-1, column 2, row 1, home run on a 1-2. The 19 is too high. 6-1, column 6, row 1. However, that is going to be a ground ball to the shortstop to Toblet. Toblet will get that tag over at second for the out. No runs, 1 hit, and no errors. And 2 left on after 4. It's Tigers 3, Twins nothing. We go to the top of the 5th. It's Mike Lamb, Matt Toblet, and Carlos Gomez due up for the Twins. Matt Toblet 0 for 1, and here's the pitch. 5-1, column 5, row 1. That's going to be a wild pitch. Nobody on. We're going to re-roll the dice. It's a foul ball, and a lucky fan will get that ball. And that's heading to the stands. 4-3, column 4, row 3. That's going to be a hit by pitch. We'll take a look at the hit by pitch rating here. That's going to be a 0. Nate will give a -7. The 11 is too high. No hit by pitch. 5-4, column 5, row 4. That's going to be a pop-up to third base. And out number 1. Matt Toblet is 0 for 1, and here is the pitch. 2-5, column 2, row 5. That's going to be a strikeout. On a 1-9, that's a 2. Struck him out. And 2 away. We go to the top of the order. Carlos Gomez. Gomez is 2 for 2, and here is the pitch. 1-1, column 1, row 1. That's going to be a strikeout. On a 1-12, that's a 3. Struck him out. So no runs, no hits, no errors as the Twins retire the Tigers. Sorry, as the Tigers retire the Twins in order. It's no runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Placido Polanco, Gary Sheffield, and Maglio Ordonez due up. We do have action in the Twins bullpen. Placido Polanco is 0 for 2, and here is the pitch. 6-2, column 6, row 2. That's going to be a range play. 2-2, column 2, row 2. Double star 2. So we're going to take a look here at the double star line, so the double star line will go above the number 2. It's a fly ball to Young. It's an F7, so fly ball out there to Young. His range is on a 1-3. That's going to get by him. It goes back to the wall. Down the line, that's going to be a double. And with that, now they're going to leave him in for one more. Gary Sheffield is 2 for 2 with 2 doubles, 2 runs, and an RBI. Strategy roll 4, and here is the pitch. 4-1, column 4, row 1. That's going to be a strikeout. On a 1 to 10, the 11 is too high. 6-6, column 6, row 6. Line drive to Harris. And the runner is doubled up. So that is going to be a double play. On a 1 to 2, it's on first. And 3 to 4, that's going to be a second. Goes to second. It's a 4. And they make the double play. And that's going to bring up Ordonez. Ordonez is 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs. Baker getting that reprieve on that double play. 1-5, column 1, row 5. That's going to be a walk. On a 1 to 12 range, that's going to be a 14. The 14 is too high. 6-4, column 6, row 4. Base hit, pass Gomez. And Gomez will get on with a base hit. Cabrera up. Cabrera is 1 for 2. Strategy rolls a 3. Runner on first, and here is the pitch. 4-3, column 4, row 3. That's going to be a wild pitch. So on a wild pitch, so if it's a 1 to 14, we're going to roll a D20. On a 1 to 14, it's a wild pitch. On a 15 to 16, it's a passed ball. And that's going to be a 4. It's a wild pitch. And that's going to move Ordonez over to second. And here is the play for Cabrera. 1-3, that's going to be a ground ball to Monroe. And that will retire this. And that retires the side. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors. We go to after 5. It's Tigers 3, Twins nothing. We go to the top of the 6th. It's Brandon Harris, Joe Manor, and Justin Monroe due up for the Twins. Brandon Harris is 0 for 1 with a walk, and here is the pitch. 3-4, column 3, row 4. That's going to be a double question mark. That's a single on a 1 to 8. That's a 2, and that's a base hit. So Harris will smack one past the pitcher. And beats the throw to first. Infield coming into double play depth. Strategy roll is a 5. Joe Manor is 0 for 1 with a walk, and here is the pitch. 1-5, column 1, row 5. That's going to be a walk. That's going to be a blank. 3-6, column 3, row 6. That's going to be a single. And the reason we get that as a single is, excuse me there, on the batter's card, we'll take a look at whether on the pitcher's card, we take a look at whether, if it's a slash, if the batter is batting left or a right-handed batter, that will determine what order of the slash we look at on the pitcher's card. On the batter's card, it's the same thing. So in this case, it's a left-handed pitcher, and that is going to be good for a base hit. Harris will hold at second. He would go from first to third on a 3 through 6. And that's going to bring up Justin Monroe. Monroe is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Strategy rolls a 2. Twins holding off, and here is the pitch. 2-6, column 2, row 6. That's going to be a range play. 4-2, column 4, row 2. Ground ball to second base to Polanco. Polanco's range is on a 1 to 3. That's going to be a 4. He can't make it. it goes past him. And it goes past him, and right now we have the bases loaded. But we'll see if we're going to check for runner advancement here. On a hit to S4, we'll resolve third base first. He'll go from second to home on a 2 through 6. That's a 2. It's in range, and the Twins are on the board. Joe Manor at second. He'll go from first to third on a 3 through 6. That's a 3. And now we have runners on the corners. Damon Young is up. Young is 1 for 2 with runners on the corners. Strategy rolls a 10, no outs. And here is the pitch. 2-3, column 2, row 3. That's going to be a blank. 5-3, column 5, row 3, double star 1. That's going to be a ground ball to Polanco. And are we going to try to score the runner? No. So with that, it's going to be an fielder's choice. They're going to get him. So with that, Manor will hold. Monroe will go to second. And the out is at first. So 1 away. Jason Kubel up. He's 0 for 2. Strategy rolls a 12. Column 1, row 2. That's going to be a strikeout on a 1-9. The 17 is too high. 5-2, column 5, row 2. Ground ball to second. It's to Polanco. Are they going to send him now? Yes, they are. They're going to go for the auto out? Yes, they're going to get the auto out at first. So with that, Monroe will go home, will score. So Manor will score. Monroe goes to second, to third. And Kubel will get out at first. 2 outs, runner in scoring position. It's now 3-2. Jason Craig Monroe. Strategy rolls a 4, and here is the pitch. 3-6, column 3, row 6. That's going to be a walk. On a 1-12, that's a 2. That's going to be a walk. And the bases are loaded. Mike Lamb up. Lamb is 0 for 2. Strategy roll 4. Here's the pitch. Nate can face one more batter. 6-1. Home run on a 1. The 20 is too high. 1-1. That's going to be a fly ball out there to Adonis. And that will retire the side. 2 runs, 3 hits, and no errors. And 2 left on. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Carlos Guillen, Edgar Rentia, and Ivan Rodriguez due up for the Tigers. Scott Baker, done. So they are going to go to the bullpen now. And they are going to bring in Ron Rancorn. That's a Scott, or do they bring in... Ooh. They're going to bring it in. We are in the 6th inning. So Juan Rancorn will come in. Comes into the game with an 18.84 ERA. He's got 3 losses, he's pitched 4 1/3 innings, allowed 9 hits, 2 strikeouts, and 2 walks. All right, we'll take a look at the stats here for Scott Baker. He went 5 innings, allowed 9 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned runs, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts, 1 wild pitch, an ERA of a 5.09. Carlos Guillen is up. He's 0 for 2, and here's the pitch. Struck out his last time up, bottom of the 6th. 5-2, column 5, row 2. That's going to be a strikeout. On a 1 to 7, the 13 is too high. 6-4, column 6, row 4, double star 1. We'll take a look above the number 1. It's going to be a fly ball out there to Young. And that is out number 1. 1 away, and that's going to bring up Edgar Rentia. Rentia is 1 for 2 with a double. The pitch. 5-6, column 5, row 6, possible error. 1-3, column 1, row 3. That's going to be a base hit. It's going to be to Toblet. Toblet's ranges on a 1 to 5. That's a 16. No error there. And that's good for a base hit. Infield double play depth. Strategy rolls a 15. Ivan Rodriguez is 0 for 1 with a walk, and here is the pitch. 3-6, column 3, row 6. That's going to be a strikeout. On a 1 to 9, that's a 6. Struck him out. So 2 away. Marcus Thames is up. Strategy rolls at 12. Here is the pitch. 6-2, column 6, row 2. That's a strikeout on a 1 to 15. The 16 is too high. 2-2, column 2, row 2. It's a single to center field. Gomez can't get to it. As it plumps down in front of him, we'll take a look to see if Rentia will advance. As 8 a 1 to 3rd. It'll be a -1. He has a 2. That's a 4. The throw is less than or equal to. He will advance, however, Rentia will get the hold sign. Strategy roll 16, top of the order. Clete Thomas is 1 for 3 with a double and a run scored. Here's the pitch. 4-2, column 4, row 2. That's going to be a hit by pitch. Run will give a +3 to that range. That's on a 1 to 9. The 12 is too high. 1-6, column 1, row 6. Power hit to Gomez. That's going to be a 4. On a 1 to 6, it's a single. 7 through 12, it's a double. A triple and a 13 to 15, and 16 to 20 would be a fly ball out. That's a single. Bases loaded again. Rentia will come home. The throw is less than or equal to. He will advance. Rentia will score. Thames goes to 3rd. And with that, it's an RBI single for Clete Thomas. It's 4-2 Tigers. So they're going to leave Ron in top of the order. Placidio is up. He's 1 for 3 with a double and a strikeout. 6-6, column 6, row 6. That's going to be a walk. That's an 8. That's a 4, and he'll load the bases. So bases are loaded. Twins going to the bullpen. They said they've seen enough of Racorn. So we have a right coming up. And they're going to bring in Bobby Corky. That's his card. Corky will come into the game with a 4.03 ERA. 6 2/3 innings, allowed 2 hits, 2 strikeouts, and 2 walks. Taking a look at the stats here for Ron Raycorn. He went 2/3 of an inning, allowed 3 hits, 1 run, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, an ERA of an 18. However, he is responsible for the 3 base runners on. Gary Sheffield is 2 for 3 with 2 doubles, 2 runs, and an RBI, and here is the pitch. Strategy roll, by the way, is a 9. 6-2, column 6, row 2, that's going to be a blank. 6-2, column 6, row 2, fly ball to Young, and that's going to be out number 3. 1 run, 3 hits, and no errors, and 3 left on. We go after 6. It's Tigers 4, Twins 2. We go to the top of the 7th. Matt Toblet, Carlos Gomez, and Brandon Harris due up for the Twins. And with that, we do have a new pitcher on the mound for the Tigers. And that is going to be Casey Folsom will come in. That's his card. Folsom comes into the game with a 3.16 ERA. 1 win, no loss, 5 2/3 innings pitched, allowed 3 hits, 1 strikeout, and 1 walk. Taking a look at the stats here for Nate Robinson. Robinson went 6 innings, allowed 6 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, 3 walks, and 4 strikeouts, an ERA of a 4.0. Matt Toblet up. Here is the pitch. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. 6-5, column 6, row 5. That's a strikeout on a 1-9. The 20 is too high. 3-4, column 3, row 4, double star 1. And that's going to be a ground ball to first. Out number 1. 1 away. We go to the top of the order. Carlos Gomez is 2 for 3 with a strikeout. 5-2. 5-2 is a walk on a 1-7. That's a 12. The 12 is too high. 6-4, column 6, row 4. Fly ball out there to Thames. And 2 away. Brandon Harris is 1 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. And here is the pitch. 2-1. That's going to be a blank. Column 2, row 1. We get a blank result. Column 5, row 3. That's going to be a ground ball to Rentia. And Singh, take me out to the ball game. So no runs, no hits, and no errors as the Tigers retire the Twins in order. We go to the bottom of the 7th. It's Maglio Ordonez, Miguel Cabrera, and Carlos Guillen due up for the Tigers. So let's take a look at the box score after 6.5 innings have been played. Minnesota scoring the only 2 runs in the 6th inning. 2 runs on 6 hits and no errors. The Tigers came out strong in that first inning. They scored a run in the first, 2 in the second, a run in the 6th, 4 runs on 12 hits with 1 error committed in this game. Maglio Ordonez, Miguel Cabrera, Carlos Guillen due up for the Tigers. And here is the pitch. So they're going to leave Bobby Corky in. 3-4, column 3, row 4. That's going to be a strikeout. On a 1-6, the 9 is too high. 1-2, column 1, row 2. That's going to be a ground ball to Harris. Out number 1. 1 away, and that's going to bring up Miguel Cabrera. Cabrera is 1 for 3, and here is the pitch. 3-2, column 3, row 2. That's going to be a blank. 5-6, column 5, row 6. Ground ball to Lamb, and that's going to be out number 2. 2 away, and that's going to bring up Carlos Gullin. Gullin is 0 for 3 with a strikeout, and here is the pitch. 5-2, column 5, row 2, walk plus. Now in a walk plus, we add 10 to that range, plus the range of the ballpark. In this case, Comerica Park is a +1. We add 11 to that range. On a 1 to 24, that's a 14, and that's going to be a walk. So with a walk for Carlos Gullin, that's going to bring up Edgar Rentia. Rentia is 2 for 3 with a double and a run scored. Strategy rolls a 10, and here is the pitch. 5-5, column 5, row 5. That's going to be a strikeout. That's a 7. The 13 is too high. 5-5, column 5, row 5, double star 1. That's going to be a fly ball out there to Gomez. And that's going to be out number 3. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on. After 7, it's Tigers 4, Twins 2. We go to the top of the 8th. And with that, we do have a couple changes to the defense for the Tigers. And the first one is going to come at third base. And they're going to have Brandon Ing take over at third. And at right field, they're going to have right field, it's going to be Matt Joyce. Will come in. Yeah, I was right on that. So third base, it's going to be Brandon Ing. Right field, we're going to have Matt Joyce come in. So that's the changes there. Thames also left field. And we're going to have Jacque Jones take over at left field. So those are the changes. Yes, we are going to do a double switch. We're going to do Matt Joyce and Brandon Ing. We'll swap. So we're going to do a double switch there on that. Joe Manor is up. Manor is 1 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. 3-6, column 3, row 6. It's going to be a wild pitch. It's a foul ball. Smack that one in the stands. Column 2, row 6. Strikeout on a 1-3. The 12 is too high. 5-6, column 5, row 6. And that's going to be a ground ball to first base. To second base, sorry. It's a G4. Justin Monroe. Monroe is 1 for 3 with a strikeout. The pitch. 2-4, column 2, row 4. Strikeout on a 1-5. The 11 is too high. 1-6, column 1, row 6. Ground ball to second base. Polanco will get that. Throw it over to Gullin for out number 2. 2 away. Damon Young. Young is 1 for 3, and here they're going to bring in a pinch hitter for Young. And they are going to bring in Brian Busher. Busher will come in the pinch hit to try to keep the inning alive, and here is the pitch. Busher batting a .250. 3-3, column 3, row 3. That's going to be a blank. 3-6, column 3, row 6. That's going to be a pop up to Rentia. and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. It's 3 up, 3 down. Left field is now going to be played by Jason Pride. At first base, we do have a couple changes here. Brian Bushel will take over at first for Justin Monroe. And at second base, they're really making some changes here. Second base, it's going to be Nick Punto. They're going to bring in Denard Spahn at right field. And at third base, Howie Clark. So they really made some changes to their defense. So we go to the bottom of the 8th. It's going to be Ivan Rodriguez, Jock Jones, and Clay Thomas due up. Bobby Corky is done. So for the Twins, they're going to bring in Nathan. That's his card. He does have a special K. We'll explain about the special K when it comes up and how that works. So with that, Joe Nate will come into the game, no ERA. He's got 1 save, 4 innings pitched, allowed 1 hit, and 4 strikeouts. No walk. Taking a look at the stats here for Bobby Corky. Corky went 1 1/3 inning, allowed 1 hit, 1 strike, 1 walk, an ERA of a 3.38. So he's got to face off against Ivan Rodriguez, Jock Jones, and Cleet Thomas. And here's the pitch. So first things first, we will resolve, as always, we resolve the pitcher's card first. 1-1 at the ballpark. So we're going to go to Comerica Park. Next, we'll roll for the ballpark card. And the first thing we do before we resolve this 5-3 die roll is Joe Nate's got a special K rating on a 1 to 6. That's a 13. So no strikeout there. It does not count as a strikeout. Now we'll resolve the 5-3. Column 5, row 3. That's going to be a power hit to Spahn on a 17. That's going to be a fly ball out. Spahn will go back, makes the catch, and out number 1. 1 away, and Jock Jones is up. He's 0 for 0. He's batting a 133. 5-4, column 5, row 4, strikeout plus. Remember, we add 9 to the range. That's a 21. That's a 12. Struck him out. So 2 away, and we go to the top of the order. Cleet Thomas, 2 for 4 with a double, a run, and an RBI, and here is the pitch. 2-1, column 2, row 1, range play. That's a 19. It's outside of the range of the special K. 2-6, column 2, row 6. That's a double. That's a fly ball to Gomez. Gomez's range is on a 1 to 4. That's a 5. And that is out. And a runner on as it bounces, as it one humps off the wall for the double. And then that's going to bring up Polanco. Polanco is 1 for 3 with a double, a walk, and a strikeout. Strategy roll is a 10. 2-2, column 2, row 2, double star, auto out, ground ball to second base to Punto. As Punto will get the ball. So no runs, one hit, and no errors, and one left on. We go after 8. It's Tigers 4, Twins nothing. We go to the top of the ninth. It's Denard Spawn, Craig Monroe, and Howie Clark due up for the Twins. And with that, Casey Folsom will come out of the game. And with that, Fernando, oh, Todd Jones will come in for the save. That is his card. So Todd Jones comes into the game with a 19.57 ERA. He's got 1 loss, 1 save, 2 1/3 innings, allowed 5 hits, 2 strikeouts, and 1 walk. And with that, we'll take a look at the stats here for Casey Folsom. Folsom went 2 innings, has an ERA of a 2.34. Take a look at the box score after 8 innings have been played here in the Motor City. Minnesota scoring the only 2 runs in the 6th inning. Detroit scored a run in the 1st, 2 in the 3rd, a run in the 6th, 4 runs on 13 hits with 1 error. The Twins, 2 runs on 6 hits, no errors. But will we see some 9th inning magic? Denard Spawn not taking the hit. And they are going to bring in Matt Mercy. Mercy will come in to pinch hit. He's batting .500, and here is the pitch. 4-5, column 4, row 5. That's going to be a blank. 2-4, column 2, row 4. That's going to be a flying ball to Thomas. And that is out number 1. 1 away. Craig Monroe is 0 for 2 with a walk. And here is the pitch. Monroe, 3-3. That's going to be a blank. Column 3, row 3. 4-3, column 4, row 3. Ground ball to Rentia. And that's going to be out number 2. And the Twins are down to the last out. Howie Clark not taking the hit. They're going to let Clark take the hit. Clark taking the hit, and here is the pitch. 4-2, column 4, row 2, range play. 2-5, column 2, row 5, a double to Gomez. Gomez's ranges on a 1-4. That's a 5. It goes in between his legs. And with that, Clark is on with a base hit. With a double. And with that, Randy Ruiz will come in to pinch run for Howie Clark. Now, with 2 outs, all base run range, we'll get a +1 with that. Matt Toblet up. He's 0 for 3. Here's the pitch. Todd gets the sign. 4-2, column 4, row 2, range play. The go-ahead run at the plate. 5-6, column 5, row 6. It's a single to Rentia. Rentia's ranges on a 1-3. That's a 2. He'll make the catch, toss it over to Goulin, and that's the ball game. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on for the Twins. The final score, the Detroit Tigers defeat the Minnesota Twins 4-2. Final line score coming right up. Final score of the game, Minnesota Twins, 2 runs on 7 hits with no errors. The Detroit Tigers, 4 runs on 13 hits with 1 error. Nate Robinson will get his first win. Scott Baker will pick up his first loss. Todd Jones gets his second save of the replay. So let's take a look at those stats here. Nate Robinson, 6 innings. He allowed 6 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, 3 walks, and 4 strikeouts, an ERA of a 4.0. Scott Baker will get the loss. He went 5 innings, allowed 9 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned runs, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts, 1 wild pitch, an ERA of a 5.09. Joe Nath went 1 inning, the last pitcher up for the Twins. Went 1 inning, allowed 1 hit, 1 strikeout, no ERA there. Todd Jones, second save of the replay, allowed 1 hit, an ERA of a 13.64. So that is going to do it for us here at Detroit. So the Tigers will improve to 8-6, and the Twins will drop to 3-11. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and a thumbs up on your way through the turnstile here at Comerica Park. And remember to click that bell notification to be notified of when new videos in the 2008 replay go when I post new videos in the 2008 replay, and when I go live with all of the Philadelphia Phillies and Field of Dreams. Until then, I'm Scoonie 007. We'll see you next time for another exciting game with Inside Pitch. Until then, take care, everyone. Bye-bye.